kitchen, hot on the stove, water getting boiled. Being sold, Snoopy in the hootie, system overload. I've been running this rap game since I was 20 years old. I hung with the worst of them, bust till I burst them up, floss them up, toss them up, harder work, close them up. Pardon me, I'm bossing up, press you up, bless your brain, mess with us. We like the U in the 80s, back to back, set a track, hit the lick, get it back, get the trick, jump the track. I want my money back, time and time again. While
Big road trip coming up for the team, and it all starts tonight. If we can set the tone with the win here, it'll make a huge difference. The team's ready, and I know I'm ready. So I guess the next step is to just get out there and get it done. I feel like this one's on me, though. So time to earn my stripes.
It's a Western Conference game on display featuring the Sacramento Kings. Buckle yourselves in, everybody. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and on the sideline tonight, Doris Burke. It's a single-game return. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. We'll go to Doris Burke, who moments ago spoke with head coach Flip Saunders. And Doris, what do you have to say?
Yes, Kevin, when we talked about this game, he said his concern was how to handle Rajon Rondo. He said, quote, Rondo has no problem getting to the middle of defenses and finding open teammates. We have to make him become more of a jump shooter. Let's see if they can do just that.
Thank you, Doris. You look at Gorgui Dieng and his development in the league out of Louisville. What a big jump for him last season.
And that's a great point. That first year, you could tell the game's a little too fast, and he was a bit overwhelmed, but started to get more and more minutes throughout the season and really blossomed with the extra opportunity.
Sacramento's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Rondo dishes to Freak, and Begovic gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Koufos checked in for Rudy Gay. Timberwolves trail by 4. There's 1:34 left in the first quarter. Levine passes to Miller. Begovic with a screen. Clock at 6. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And Dieng last season doubled his points per game, got enough rebounds where he could be a double-double player every night in the near future.
And Dieng isn't a young player by any means, but he has learned how to fill a niche on a team quickly. Just offers good numbers and intangibles in a lot of places on the stat sheet.
To the paint. Koufos kicks to Freak. Beyond the arc. Tries again and count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
Towns, he's checked in for Nikola Pekovic. Well, last season, Greg, another year without playoff basketball in Sacramento. A shame to see some of the best fans in the NBA not be a part of the postseason.
And it's a great point, Kevin. Now, 9 straight years where the Kings have failed to make the postseason. 29-win seasons aren't going to get you very far when you're battling in the West.
Rondo dishes to Freak. Puts up a 3. It's hauled in by Andre Miller.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
And Towns the bucket on the assist by Prince. And it's 6 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
And, you know, you mentioned the 9 straight years without a playoff appearance for the Kings. Their last trip was in 2006. And since then, they've been rebuilding. That's the second longest playoff drought in the NBA. He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
LaVine passes to Miller. Pass to Towns. Here's Prince. And no good trying to get that one.
All right, target center, coming out of the court now.
And here's Freak on his experience as a one-and-done college player.
It was definitely a hard decision. I had to sit down with my family and weigh the options and really take the time to figure out what's best for me. It was tough. I mean, I loved my team, my coaches, and just the whole college experience, you know. But on the other hand, there's always a risk of injury, you know. I just felt like I was ready to take my game to the next level, so why wait? And I think it turned out for the best. No regrets.
Now with more and more freshmen, Clark, a look on the floor for Minnesota. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. On the court for Sacramento, Reyes in at shooting guard. Caspi is out there with Kosta Koufos. That's Rajon Rondo. And it's Cauley Stein in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
Miller kicks to LaVine. Shoots. That's good, and it's Miller with the assist. LaVine's got the lead up to 4 now for the Timberwolves. The Kings have gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Rondo drives in. Koufos dishes to Caspi. He kicks it to Freak. 6 to shoot.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
Begovic with a screen, and the foul called on Freak. That's his first foul. .124 left in the first half. They set the pick to the inside. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Tayshaun Prince, one of the ultimate Velcro guys. I mean, he's been in the league a long time. The consummate pro, as detailed, steady, and unflappable as they come.
And back to Tayshaun Prince for a moment. So much big game experience, a championship in 04 with the Pistons. That has to rub off on a team when you have a guy like that around in the locker room, on the floor. He's seen it all.
You know, it's a great point, and whether it's in games or practice or even in the locker room, his presence adds continuity. It's like having an extra coach looking out for the younger players.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Rockets got the job done. He had 11 points and was on the mark from deep, draining several threes. He really was the second unit for his team in a great performance, guys.
All right, thanks, Doris. He's got a lot of positives to take away from that game.
He really does. It was one of his better performances, and that's saying something because we've seen this guy have a lot of good ones.
And you'd have to imagine that he'll be out to build on it, to go one better here tonight.
Koufos with the block, and they're able to recover. Miller, the pass to LaVine. That's good, and it's Miller with the assist. LaVine's got 4 points this quarter. 20 seconds left now here in the second. Here's Reyes. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Now here is Miller. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. The Timberwolves have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line.
Shooting for Minnesota.
Free throw good, LaVine.
Taking 2 shots.
And so LaVine nails both of them.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And a pretty tight.
Well, I'm here with Kevin.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the platoon swap here for Sacramento. Timberwolves trail by 3. Tayshaun Prince out there with Gorgui Dieng. And there's Pekovic. Then it's Miller, and it's Levine in at the 2. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
Freak with it. He's got 8. And the 3 ball is good. Freak's got 11 points. Minnesota really had a rough year last season. A lot of people know that, obviously. A lot to do with their defense. They just, Greg, struggled in almost every defensive metric.
Yeah, and, you know, they struggled at times guarding the basketball, but ultimately I think the biggest issue for them was their inability to protect the rim. That's an area and a point of emphasis that has to improve for this young team.
Sacramento's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Back to Rondo. He hits Freak, top of the key. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Rondo's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Not sure if they're aware of the 2-for-1 opportunity.
Well, they ought to be. I mean, that's basic basketball time management. You've got to be aware of your clock and your situation.
Here's Levine, banked in off the glass. Levine's got 4 this quarter.
That's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effectively.
You just cannot allow the offense to have that quality of a look each and every possession.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And it's Freak missing.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Here's Levine. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's off.
All right, Target Center, coming out of the court now are your Timberwolves dancers.
We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the 4th quarter. Chang, he's checked in for Minnesota. There's 38 seconds left to play here in the 4th. On the floor for Sacramento, Reyes in at 2 guard. Kufis out there with Cauley Stein. Then there's Caspi, and it's Stockton in at point guard. And it's Freak missing.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly, and I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot.
And Caspi kicks to Freak. Lets it go with a 3. The shot is off. And so the Timberwolves take the win, even.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
And hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Let us take a moment now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game. He had an outstanding 4th quarter where he really shined, pouring it on heavy down the stretch.
His accuracy from the field was pretty eye-catching. I mean, if he was...
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a good night, everybody.
The only color I care about is green, money. Now, you've certainly made some money so far, Freak, but it's time we make more money. I'm talking movies, TVs, endorsements, even your own brand Jordan sneakers.
I care about the game first, Dom. All that sounds great, but Don't you think it's a little too early to be talking about all that?
Too early?